Hey, welcome back to J.P.s World of Wrestling. I am your man, J.P. It's been a minute since I've recorded anything. So, still at the new place. Still haven't really gotten anything set up. I mean, we've got all our furniture and everything set up, but haven't really had a chance to hang up posters or anything. But today it's my day off, or it's one of my 2 days off, and so instead of, sitting on my butt and laying on the couch like I normally do, I decided I need to start getting out. I need to start moving around. So I got in my car and I went around the corner, down the street, to an antique store. It's also kind of a flea market, because that's the one that's like the favorite one of my wife and I. We go there, and that's actually the same store that I bought my entire LJN wrestling collection. So they had some wrestling stuff there. They had some modern, like, Mattel figures. One of them I was tempted to buy because it was The Undertaker. And then I saw one that was the Berserker, and because it just looked really cool, and it was on a stand and everything, but it was a little bit too much money. And then I saw this section where there was a Jake the Snake Roberts Hasbro figure in a little bag, and I thought, oh cool, I might have hit the mother lode. But I figured I don't really need a third Jake the Snake Roberts Hasbro figure. But this guy also had a bunch of WCW Toy Biz figures. He had some WWE Mattel figures. And he had something that I picked up. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Now, these are figures that I never really had as a kid. It was mostly just because I didn't really know about them. But I'm going to show it to you right now. It's this. This is an AWA Remco figure. And this is Larry Zbysco. And I saw it. I thought it was an AWA figure. I wasn't quite sure. But then I picked it up and I look on the back. And sure enough, it says Remco right here on the back. And this is from, it's from 1982. So, there it is. It's Larry Zbysco AWA figure. Like I said, I didn't really collect these because I didn't know about them. And even if I did, I may have collected. Actually, I probably still would have collected these because these are okay. But the only thing I don't like about them is they don't really work with like the Hasbro or the Galoob figures. But you could use them with He-Man figures because it's the same exact thing as He-Man as far as body style and everything. But yeah, Larry Zbysco AWA figure. Now, I have seen the AWA ring. I've seen one in person, and it was a pretty cool looking ring. And actually, I always thought the AWA, aesthetically, from a fan perspective, they actually had a cool looking wrestling product. And I used to kind of watch the reruns on ESPN back when I had cable. And it was actually pretty good. They actually had some pretty good stuff. So, Larry Zbysco, AWA. Now, when I was a kid, I didn't have the regular Remco figures, but when I was a kid, one time I was downtown Portland with my dad, and we went into this store called Newberry's. And I was looking in this store. I went going down each aisle just by myself because my dad had some stuff that he needed to get. And so I came across the toy section, and they had this package of, like, I don't know, 10 like little tiny Remco AWA figures. Like little teeny tiny figures. They were all, each of them was like a solid color, but they had guys like Kurt Hennig and Ric Flair and Arn Anderson and a bunch of like AWA guys at the time. And so I bought this package. It was actually my dad got it and brought it home, and I started having little tournaments with these little tiny figures. I don't know if you guys remember those little pink or peachish figures called muscle figures. They came in like a bucket. You'd get like a whole bucket of them. Well, these were like the same size as those. So theoretically, if you had like any of the muscle figures, you could theoretically use these little tiny figures with the muscle figures. But anyway, I had a lot of fun having little tournaments on the top of my bed, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it. So a little bit of an update. I think I figured out how I'm going to start recording the figure matches, because my wife and I have this folding table. I'm probably going to set that up, put like a towel or something down, and put the ring on top of the towel, and then put my light ring that I use to prop up my phone. Probably put that on that, and we'll see how it looks. You know, I may try to do a test run tomorrow, and if it looks, you know, even halfway decent, then I'll go ahead and record some matches. So anyway, that's kind of this video. I'm sorry I haven't really been recording too much, but you know, when you move, sometimes it can be kind of chaotic, and it hasn't really been chaotic, but my job, I'm sort of in a transitional period with my job, because the current location is about to end. I'm getting ready to transfer to a different location, and it'll mean more money, but also the schedule's going to change, so I'm not sure how that's going to factor into when I record these videos, but I'll find a way, and I'll find the time. So anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So if you're new, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.